Hello guys, this is Hash and I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video we're gonna talk about a very important topic. There are the current best hottest topic in the DSLR market. Yes, I'm talking about the Canon EOS R5 and Sony A7S3. Guys, these two cameras are the most awaited camera right now in the market, and every professional videographer is waiting for these cameras. So guys, in today's video I'm gonna tell you some major differences which we could see between these two cameras, and here I'm trying to also doing comparison between these two cameras. So I hope you gonna like this video. So guys, please watch this video till end and make your assumption. So guys, if we talk about both these cameras, we can easily say that these cameras will be the best cameras for the market and for professional videographers. So here I'm gonna talking about their autofocus systems, their battery lives, their sensors, their video capabilities, etc. So guys, let's start the video and let's first talk about the camera sensor. If we talk about the sensor, let's first talk about the Canon EOS R5. We know that Canon EOS R5 is soon going to a reality. When some rumors come for the EOS R5, many people say that this is a fake rumor, but now we can say that this camera is going a reality soon, and hopefully in the next month we will see the launch of this camera. And some specs are already out in the market, but still many specs are missing. And when on the other side, when we see the Sony A7S3, we don't have too much information about the camera, but according to my sense and my sources, I managed to collect some information about the Sony A7S3. So hopefully these specs are correct, and so I'm going to compare on the basis of my analysis between both the cameras. So guys, let's first start about the sensor. If we talk about the sensor, we have already seen that the Canon EOS R5 possibly will be coming with a 45 megapixel sensor. Yeah guys, the sensor of the Canon EOS R5 is 40 megapixel, and when we see the Sony A7S3, as we see its older version Sony A7S2, we saw that the camera came with a 12 megapixel sensor. So we can say that the Sony will again focus on a lower megapixel sensor, but still they need to give some more features in the sensor. So I think sensor size will be increased, and I can say that it will be somewhere around 20 to 24 megapixel, and so I can say that this camera will be coming around 20 to 24 megapixel. So when we see the sensor side, I think the Canon EOS R5 has a plus here because it is coming with a 45 megapixel sensor, so you will have lots of information with your images. Now let's talk about second thing, which is the video features. When we see the video features, we saw that the Canon EOS R5 is coming with a 8K video recording option in 30p, and also we can say that it has 4K 120p. So these features are quite deal breaking for the videographers, and if we talk about a year before, then no one could believe that a camera with such features will be launched, but now Canon EOS R5 made it a reality. So we can say that this is a pretty good features in terms of 8K, and it is the world's first camera which is coming with the 8K features. So due to this, I think competition is very high for the Sony, and that's why Sony is not in any hurry for the releasing of their A7S3. So I think that if we talk about the Sony video features, I think this camera will also come at least with a 6K video recording and 4K 120p. So I don't think that Sony is focusing on 8K, but they will be managed to launch this camera with 6K resolution, and both the cameras will come 10-bit 265 video codecs. so there will be, I don't think there will be any differences. But when we talk about the resolution, I think the Canon EOS R5 has a good edge on this topic. Now let's talk about the battery. If we talk about the battery, Canon is always a winner. But in recent years, if we see that A7S3 or we see A6600, we can say that Sony is now trying very hard, very seriously on the battery issues also, because in Sony older cameras we see that battery is always an issue, but now Sony is concentrating on this and they are improving their battery life continuously. So we can say that hopefully we will see a good battery life, good amount of juice in the Sony A7S3, and same goes to the Canon. I think EOS R5 will also have a pretty good battery, but if you see the journey, I think Canon EOS R5 will have a better battery backup. So here we can give good marks to the EOS R5. Now talk about the autofocus. If we see the autofocus, the Canon dual pixel autofocus is very good and very trustable, but we saw that the EOS R5 will be coming with the same autofocus system, but it will be able to manage animal side detection, face detection, and some good pretty features in the autofocus system. But when we see the Sony autofocus system, if we see Sony A6400 autofocus here, or we see Sony A6600 autofocus system, we see that this is the world's fastest autofocus system. And now we can say that if Sony launches A7S3, I think they will come with a much better autofocus system than the A6600. So we can say that the autofocus system of A7S3 will be much better in compared to a Canon EOS R5. Still, EOS R5 autofocus system is pretty good and you won't see any problem with this autofocus, but my sixth sense says that Sony is going to do some magic again with the A7S3, because A7S3 is a legacy camera for the Sony and they are not showing any hurry in releasing this camera. So I'm pretty sure that they are working very hard on the release of this camera, and Sony is well known for the autofocus system. So I can say that Sony will introduce some new kind of autofocus system with this camera, and that autofocus system will pretty damn good. So in terms of autofocus system, I think the Sony will have an edge. Now let's talk about the screen. If you see the screen, I think Canon will go with the same articulated screen, which is pretty good for vloggers. And when we see the Sony history, I think Sony will come with an tilting screen, which we saw in A6600 or A6400. I think this screen will also come with the A7S3, and I don't think this is a bad idea, because this screen is pretty useful when you use this camera with the gimbal, because most of the time now gimbal is a pretty common gadget with the videographers, and since Sony A7S3 is a video focused camera, it is mainly made for videographers. So a tilt up screen is not a bad option. However, the screen is tilting or articulating, it's all up to you, it's up to your choice, you can choose whatever you want. So here both cameras have an equal edge. Now let's talk about their menu systems. If we talk about the menu system, I think that Canon will be a win, because Sony menu system is quite confusing, and I'm thinking that they again will come with the same menu system. So I think Canon will have an edge over there. Now last but not the least, let's talk about the price. If we discuss about the price, we saw some footage over Australian store where the Canon EOS R5 was announced, priced. By the way, it was just a mistake, but its price was somewhere around $7,000 US, which is pretty high price, but still under some professional videographers pocket, so they could manage to buy this camera. When we see the Sony, I think this camera will also come somewhere around 5,000 US dollars, because they won't take risk to launch this camera above the price of EOS R5, because EOS R5 is a pretty good camera and it is the best competitor of the A7S III. So Sony has to lower down the price for their camera, and I think due to this Sony will be launch this camera somewhere around 5,000 US dollars. So guys, that's all in the video. Hope you like the video. If you like the video, please comment and share to the video. Also, what do you think about both of these cameras? Don't forget to write in the comments. So guys, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Ram Ram.